the new fantasy adventure from Atari Games. The most fun a quarter can buy.
Hey, Chris, you sure must like that shirt. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I have 3 of them. Linen. If you're not excited, you should be. I sat down a few days ago and really kind of thought about, I don't know, I guess what I thought I wanted to do with this show in the near term. And I think one of the roadblocks for me not uploading more often is people call it like paralysis by analysis or analysis paralysis. And sometimes it's just like, I want to make a show this week, but I just can't figure out, or I can't decide what game I want to play or whatever, and sometimes I just feel like, if I have that decision sort of just taken away from me at the time, then it just makes everything go more smoothly. So what I did is I sat down, I made a schedule for the entire rest of this calendar year. So like every week I've got the release dates for everything, and I've got all the games already laid out. So, I mean, I chose the games, but like now every week I don't have to go, what should I do this week? I just look at the schedule, and it's all games that I'm excited about. So, that works out. And, one of the things I really enjoyed doing last year was that renovation theme month. I think I just like doing theme months. So we're doing a theme month this month and next month. So this month, kind of predictable. I'm going to do sort of, I guess Halloween appropriate games, like not like horror games, but like as you see today, we're playing Gauntlet. You're in dungeons fighting, ghosts and demons and literal death. So, I mean, Halloween appropriate to me. But I'll just say this right now, spoilers or anti-spoilers or what's going on or whatever. No Castlevania games, because that's just too easy, pick a Castlevania game. So there's so many other cool Halloween-y games out there. And then I have a hair turned upside down and tickling my nose, mustache problems. And then next month is going to be a PlayStation 2 theme month, because I forgot the exact date. I want to say, was it like October 26th? I don't remember, but like we're coming up on the 25th anniversary of the North American launch of the PS2. And that, I was going to say that was the first console that I got on launch day, but unless I'm forgetting something, I think it's the only console I ever got on launch day. So, a lot of great memories there. So we're going to do a PlayStation 2 theme month. That's going to be really cool. So, yeah, I don't know what else I need to say about that particularly. Before we get started talking about Gauntlet, this is actually something that I meant to do last year, and I never got around to it. You might recall a few years ago, I don't remember when it was, I played, what was it? It was like World Stadium. It was a PC Engine baseball game. And I did sort of the pre-show, like this part, isn't it, the intro, whatever you want to call it, in my car. And I had a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards, and we opened them. And I had fun doing that. And so, like again, I said this is like last year. I bought a few packs of 1988 Topps football cards. And I was going to open them last year, like the opening weekend of the NFL or something. I was going to open them, and we were going to play a football game, and I didn't really get around to it. But, so now we're in the middle of week 5 of the NFL. But, I mean, to be honest, I've just had these sitting around, and I've been kind of dying to open them. So we're going to open these real fast and check them out. Again, 1988, so I can think of plenty of cool players that we might find in here. I mean, really, I'd be looking for the same stuff now that I would have been looking for in 1988, which is like any 49ers players or just, famous players from other teams. And then like I did with that Lego set build, I got my phone back out on this little tripod so I can do kind of like a dual screen thing. while I'm opening the cards. And if this is not the kind of thing you're into, just skip ahead. It's no big deal. There is gum in here. I'll say the same thing I said last time. This is not a clown show. I am not eating the gum. I was never super into collecting football cards, but I would buy them on occasion. Oh, wow, this gum is like stuck to... All right, here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. We got to flip them over. I mean, maybe we're going to end up with nothing. Who knows? All right, we got one of these 1,000-yard rusher or 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard club. For him, it's receiving, I guess. Mark Clayton from, what is that, the Dolphins? Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Carlos Carson. Oh, we got Herschel Walker. That's cool. And that's Herschel Walker still on the Cowboys before that crazy trade that really is what set off the 90s Cowboys dynasty. So that's a pretty cool card to get, Herschel Walker. What do we got here? Bernie Kosar, Browns card. Tony Stradford, Mike Gann. I don't know who any of these people are. Ricky Natil. Now that name sounds familiar, but I don't know. Jeff Smith, Tony Franklin, Ruben Mays, Joe Ryan, Johnny Hector, Lionel James, Daryl Clark, John Raid, yawn. But pretty happy about that Herschel Walker. Let's see what we get in the next pack. Get that gum out of here. All right. So you get, I think the deal was you got one of these 1,000-yard club cards in every pack. Oh, there you go. Jim Everett from the Rams there. The 1,000-yard club card here is Stump Mitchell. I don't know who Stump Mitchell is. A punter. Oh, see, I didn't want to say anything. I was hoping that I would get the Minister of Defense, Reggie White. That's cool. I don't know, because the lighting down here sucks. So we'll set that one aside. I got like 2 packets here going. Dino Hackett. Oh, Mike. Oh, that's interesting. Mike Kofer. Mike Kofer was the place kicker for the Niners, but this is a different Mike Kofer. This is Mike Kofer, outside linebacker for the Detroit Lions. So I didn't know there were 2 Mike Kofers. Randy Wright, quarterback for the Packers. Never heard of him. Mark Brown, blobbity. Now they're upside down for some reason. Billy Ray Smith, Felix Wright. 1987 NFL interception leaders. Mike Bostic, Mark Kelso, Barry Wilburn, and Mike Pryor. I guess. Jackie Slater, Jim Collins, Ralph. I am not even going to try and pronounce that. I got nothing. All right, that's 2. Third pack here. I got Reggie White and Herschel Walker. I'm very happy about that. We got Mark Clayton again. 1,000-yard club. Another Mark Clayton. Oh, well. Andre Waters. Another. Didn't we already get Stump Mitchell? Or no, that was the 1,000-yard club, Stump Mitchell. Rick Bryan. Sammy Winder, Paul McFadden. Oh, Bobby Hebert. You guys remember Bobby Hebert? Bobby Hebert. It's Hebert. Quarterback for the Saints there. Tom Harris. Pepper Johnson. Oh, see, this is I was hoping, no Niners, but check it out, man. I got LT. That's awesome. LT. Sorry, I just feel like this phone camera's not really working out, so it's better if I hold him up here. Steve Largent, but it's not the regular card. It's a 1987 record breaker card. Doug Smith, Irving Fryer, somebody. How do I buy 3 packs and not get a single 49er? That's depressing. But we got Reggie White, LT, and Herschel Walker, so I'm not complaining. The rest of these I will just put in the garbage can later, but I'll hang on to those 3 guys. Gum even. Still smells like Topps gum, which I guess wasn't... Sorry, I should talk into the microphone. Wasn't Topps gum just Bazooka, right? Because I thought Bazooka was owned by Topps. Is that wrong? I used to chew a lot of Bazooka gum when I was a kid, because you got that like big block of gum, and then you got the little comic, and I used to save the comics. Like I had a whole stack of them. All right. Anyway. Time to talk about today's game. Gauntlet. I know I've mentioned Gauntlet before. I don't know if it was in a magazine read through, or maybe I've talked about it briefly in a weekend rental. I don't remember. So I'm kind of going to be telling a story I already told, but that's okay. So when I was maybe around 10 years old, my uncle and my cousin from Long Island came out here to visit. And, where we lived then is pretty close to where I live now, I guess. It's a pretty short drive to Lake Tahoe, which, if you've seen Godfather 2, Lake Tahoe has all the casinos in it, I guess Vegas obviously is the primary gambling destination in Nevada, but, and it's Nevada, not Nevada. I had somebody one time I was in Nevada and they corrected me, which I was glad, because I guess if you go there and you say Nevada, they know that you're from out of state or whatever. You say Nevada, they're like, okay, this person might be cool. But yeah, Tahoe is maybe like a secondary gambling destination, and there's, ski resorts all over the Lake Tahoe area. I forgot which Olympics was that. That was at Squaw Valley, which is in the Lake Tahoe area. Obviously, the lake itself, it's a very nice place to visit for a multitude of reasons. And so my dad and stepmom took my uncle and cousin and me, of course, to Lake Tahoe. But they spent, to my recollection, they spent all the time gambling. We were only there. It was maybe like an overnight trip. It wasn't like some kind of long trip. But I think they went there, I guess, to go gambling, which I don't really understand, because, like, if you're in Long Island, like, you just go to Atlantic City? Like, you're going to come all the way over here just to go to a casino? But, whatever. But it worked out for me, because the casino that we went to, for whatever reason, was this place called Harvey's, which I don't know if it's still there, or if it has the same name, or I don't really care. But the cool thing about Harvey's was, like, I think it was down in the basement. They had a pretty nice sized video arcade, full of, video games. And then they had this really cool shooting gallery. And I don't really understand how the shooting gallery worked. Because, you're talking about, like, this would have been like maybe 1986, 1987. Like I said, I was around 10 years old. And it was like this, the shooting gallery was like the size of a room, but it had like a counter going around two sides. And then that's all the guns were like sitting on the counter, and the guns were like chained down or whatever. And, you'd go put however much money you had to go put into this thing. But so the shooting gallery was full of like real items. It was like, bottles sitting on shelves and stuff like that. And when you shot them, they would actually fall over. Like they had like a little lever. It was all like electromechanical, and it would like fall over. So I don't know if it used some kind of like laser tag kind of technology, because you weren't actually shooting any kind of projectile. So I don't know how it worked, but it was really, really neat. But there was also, and I think I said previously that there was a Gauntlet machine in there, but I recently went back, just for anybody that has a Mister, there's Gauntlet and Gauntlet 2 cores on the Mister. There has been for a while, but so I went back and played some arcade Gauntlet and Gauntlet 2. And I think I was playing Gauntlet 2 down there. But the reason I was able to do all that is, this isn't the case anymore. Sadly, now everything at casinos is done with like, virtual currency on a card. But back then, and up through when I was in college, everything was done with just like coins, right? And so you'd go in there and you'd either go up to like the cashier, or there'd be machines where you'd stick in like, 20, 40, 60 bucks or more and get that converted into like quarters, or they had like dollar coins, like not like poker chips, but like metal dollar coins if you wanted to go play like the $1 machines or whatever. And so basically what my dad did is he got, and they were in like these little buckets, that were maybe, I don't know, smaller than a drink would come in. But so he got an extra bucket and just had I don't know how much, let's say 10 or 20 bucks worth of quarters in it, and just gave it to me. Cause like, here, you just go down to the arcade. Cause of course, you're not really allowed on the casino floor when you're a kid. Like you can walk through there if you need to get somewhere, but you can't go anywhere near the machines. And obviously I can't hang out down there while they're gambling. So, but whatever, because like they just gave me tons of quarters. and let me just hang out in the arcade while they were gambling. And I don't remember what other games were in there, because what sticks out in my mind, aside from the aforementioned shooting gallery, is that there was this Gauntlet machine, which, like I said, now I realize it was a Gauntlet 2 machine, which makes more sense because the original Gauntlet came out in 85 and Gauntlet 2 came out in, I forgot if it was 86 or 87. So it would have been like, a pretty new machine when I was in there. And that's like the perfect game. If somebody gives you like, hey, here's a bucket full of quarters, and you're a kid, or especially a kid like me who was not very good at video games, Gauntlet's the perfect game for you to play, because you can just sit there and like credit feed it, because unlike other games where it's like you're buying continues or whatever, with Gauntlet, you'd put in a coin to start the game, and then you could keep adding as many more coins as you want, and it was just giving you more health. That was like that was kind of the whole point, in my opinion, of the game, like from the perspective of the designer. And, it was an Atari game. I can't remember the name of the guy. I think I know his name, but I don't want to say the wrong name. Is that it was like a quarter muncher. And it's funny because I was playing the original Gauntlet, like I said, the other day on my Mister, and the game is just so, it feels to me like it's impossible to play that game like single player and not have to credit feed it. But I didn't check the dip switch settings. Maybe I was playing it on like ultra difficulty. Maybe it's just more geared to being played. You could play that game, of course, 4-player simultaneous. So, obviously if there's 4 of you, that's going to be better. But, I'm sure if I went on YouTube, I could find some video of somebody who did like a, 1cc beat, playthrough of the game. But to me, it just seems very, very difficult. But I love the game anyway. Like, Gauntlet had such awesome atmosphere. And it's funny because, I can kind of go back in my head and remember being in arcades when I was a kid. And, when you were in, especially I'm not talking about like the movie theater that had the little, closet off the side of the lobby with like 4 machines. I'm talking about when you go to like a big arcade, and, it was just like this cacophony of sound. And there's just like certain sounds that I just remember just, constantly hearing over and over again while I was in there, like Prepare to Qualify from Pole Position. Or for some reason, a sound that just sticks out in my mind is the sound that Gauntlet makes when you pick up a key. And I don't know. It's a cool sound, but it's just maybe it's just because of what frequency it's at. It would just carry. I don't really know. But, it'd be fun to like I could make a sound file of like fake. Because all you really need is the sound of a crowd in a room, and then you can add all the other audio, that'd be kind of cool to do. But anyway, so I always kind of like Gauntlet, even though, like I said, it's, I don't think I would play it that much subsequent to that, because I felt like, well, you're just going to lose a bunch of money because I'm not going to get that far on 1 quarter. So as much as I love Gauntlet for its atmosphere, and it's a cool game, the way it's designed and everything, I have to say, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think that they're not even conversions or ports, like they're whole separate games, but like these home console Gauntlet games, I think are just better. Like, in that, when I say that, I'm really talking about the original Gauntlet on the NES, and then Gauntlet 4 on the Genesis. If you've never played that, you should check it out. That's got like a pretty arcade accurate conversion of, I believe it's the first Gauntlet, but then it also has this whole separate game on there that, it's funny, people say like, oh, it's this whole different thing they made for Gauntlet, and it's like a Gauntlet adventure game, but that's what the NES game is, the first NES game. So I don't know why people would just overlook that. But anyway, and I was trying to look in some magazines or something from back then for some Gauntlet coverage, maybe like a play guide or something. Gauntlet was, of course, not covered in Nintendo Power, because Gauntlet was, one of the first Tengen games that was released when the cartridges were black and they were completely unlicensed. So Nintendo Power is, of course, not going to talk about that. I found some coverage in independent magazines, but none of it was really helpful, which I think is strange, only because like Gauntlet, I feel like I'm not saying you can't figure out how to play through the game yourself, but there'd be like a lot of sort of guess and check style of gameplay, because, you know, you have to go through each world in the correct order, and some of the levels have different exits, and you have to know which exit to take. And so the only thing you can do is figure out, like, oh, I took the wrong exit. And then the game uses a password save system, so you can go back and, you know, restart the game, re-enter your password, and you know, try a different exit or whatever. But you know, it's the same thing. You know, people give Castlevania 2 grief for, like, oh, how can you beat that game without a guide? And I would say, like, I'm not sure. You know, I'm sure you could beat Gauntlet without a guide, but it would be difficult. And the other thing I just want to mention here real quick before we boot up the game is, I think this is cool. So I used to have the unlicensed Tengen version of the game, but at some point I got rid of it, and now I have this licensed. So this game was released twice, because after Tengen became a licensed publisher, you know, then all the Tengen games, the cartridges were they looked the same, because they, you know, they were the same cartridges as licensed NES games. So that's the version I have now. But the cool part is, I don't know how many of you guys remember this. Probably if you didn't grow up in this country, I don't know if you had this where you were, but I've got it in this Permastruct. This is just how I bought it on eBay. It came in this. And so these were sort of cases and labels that were sold to video rental stores, because then you would take the cartridge and just stick it in this hard plastic case. But then it's got like this double-sided label on it. And so you see on the front, it just says, oh, that it's Gauntlet or whatever. But then on the inside, it's got sort of abbreviated instructions for the game. So this is an ex-rental copy, so it's not in like perfect condition or anything, but I don't care. I think it's a lot cooler. I would love to have more of these. I forgot what I paid for this, but it's like, you know, it was like $10 or so. It's like you weren't paying anything extra. But, you know, if you go on eBay and you search for like a Permastruct, then you're buying it from someone that knows what it is, and that they're of course going to charge you extra, because, you know, people suck nowadays. Yeah, I think that's about it. We'll play through at least the first world, maybe the second world, and I'll kind of talk about, you know, the game while I'm doing that. I'll mention real quick, you know, I do have some nostalgia associated with the NES Gauntlet. I didn't have it when I was a kid, but my friend Jonathan did. And so we would play it 2-player a lot, or sometimes I would just watch him play single player. You know, I used to like watching him play games because he was a lot better at video games than I was. But when we would play 2-player, he would always be the elf, questor, and I would always be the wizard. I don't know, is it Merlin? I don't actually know the wizard's name even. But so anytime I would play this game subsequently, I would always just pick the wizard, because I'm like, well, that's my guy, is the wizard, you know. But apparently, and it's, you know, held true for me, if you're going to play this game single player, you should be Questor the elf. That's the best single player character. So, all right. So I'm going to get this stuck into the machine. For anybody that cares, we are playing this on a real NES. I'm going to play this cartridge. I'm going to get that set up, and then we will check out Gauntlet. Okay, so you can hear the music playing in the background, and that's sort of a rearrangement of the title screen music from Gauntlet 2 in the arcade. The Gauntlet games in the arcade, for sure the first Gauntlet didn't have any music, and I don't think the second Gauntlet had music during gameplay. It just had something similar to this song at the title screen. So, so here you got, you know, Spooky Guy here. And like I said, you can play one, or maybe I didn't say that, you can play 2 players simultaneous on this game. Of course, in the arcade, you could play 4 players. For the longest time, I was like, well, how do you enter? I told you this game has a password save, and I'm like, well, how do you enter the password? I think you have to hold down A and press start or something. Well, that wasn't correct. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So enter password. So it's kind of like, I don't know why it's all hidden. That's strange, but we're not going to use a password. So, yeah. All right. So anyways, we're just going to hit 1 player, and then I don't think the game doesn't tell you, I don't think the names of the characters here. They're just in the instruction manual. I think that's Thor. He's super slow. I don't see why you'd ever want to use Thor. And then there's this fighter chick. whose name I don't remember. I would say she's the second best character. And then there's the wizard guy. See, the wizard guy, he has like, you see the 4 things down there? That's like their 4 attributes or whatever. And the top one is like armor or defense. And then the second one, I don't know if that's melee attack. I think that's melee attack. And the third is magic. And I think the 4th might be projectile attack. So, you can imagine, he's really strong as far as defense goes, and then he has a really strong melee attack. The melee attack is just, if you run directly into enemies, you can kill them that way. That's a melee attack. It's just if they hit you from the sides or the rear, then that's when you've got problems. So, but you can't, and they don't tell you in this game, they tell you in the arcade game, the ghosts you have to shoot. You can't melee attack the ghosts, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Although by the same logic, how do you shoot a ghost? And then, so I mean, everybody knows, these piles of bones. In the case of the ghost, these piles of bones are like the enemy generators. But I mean, what you may not know is how big the pile of bones is dictates how strong the ghosts are. So like some ghosts only take like 1 shot to kill, others take 2 or 3. And that depends on how big the pile of bones is. And so like if it's the biggest pile of bones takes 3 shots to kill. And so that's producing stronger ghosts. And so as you shoot the pile of bones, I was going to show you up here. That's a secret exit or whatever that lets you skip ahead a few levels. You don't want to do that, especially if you're playing the game single player. So you see there, it says my score, right? Score 11. So you don't get any points in this game for killing enemies, right? So the only reason you want to kill enemies is because they're in your way and you're trying to get past them, or because they're harming you. You're not getting any kind of score for killing them. So, if it's possible to get where you're going and just go around them, you should. The score is like you get 1 point, if you will, for every treasure chest that you pick up. And when you hit certain thresholds or whatever for your score, your max power goes. You see you have power, that's your health at 767. Max power 820, that's your maximum health. So when I get 50 points or 50 treasures, that's going to go up. And then it keeps doubling. So it's 50, then 100, 200, 400, and 800. So that's why you don't want to waste a bunch of time killing enemies, but you do want to waste time gathering up all of the treasure. And see down there, I picked up that thing that looked like a light bulb. That's like a bomb potion. And so that's like a screen clearing potion. And it's the only way to kill certain enemies, like the acid puddles or acid pools, and then death. So right here, like, don't even bother with those guys. Just go past them. We're going to pick up that bowl. That's gruel, according to the manual. I don't really know what gruel is. You always hear about, like, pirates eating gruel. I don't know what gruel... It sounds disgusting. Yeah, okay, so that was the first level. I mean, it's going to be pretty straightforward for a while. Here, the second room, or second level, if you unlock these doors in the correct order, you can pick up all the treasure. So we go pick up... Basically, you don't want to unlock a door unless there's a key on the other side for you to grab, so that you kind of get your key back. Oh. Is that on? I hear like an echo. Yeah, okay. So let me clear out these guys. I mean, I think there's more than one way to get through this level and get all the treasure. This is just the way I do it. So like you see that pile of bones is really small. It just takes 1 shot to kill, which means that the ghosts that it produces also only take 1 shot to kill. And it's the same with both of these piles of bones that are on the screen right now. There was a couple of bigger piles in the last level, but I forgot to point them out. There you got a key on top, and on the bottom you have like a drink. Like that's a health restoration drink. For some reason, you can shoot the drinks and destroy them, but you can't shoot the bowls of gruel and destroy them. So like those are bulletproof, so you're cool. And, you know, like in the arcade, it'll tell you. Like, the arcade can be kind of annoying, the arcade game, because, like, the game will keep freezing because it's, like, giving you tips, you know, like, don't shoot the food and stuff like that. I guess it's helpful, but if it's like you've played the game before, then it's just kind of irritating. Okay, so we can pick those up. And then from here, there's two different ways you can go. The easiest way is just to go straight down. Because then, yeah, like if you're playing it multiplayer, like the narrator, like that game has like a narrator, which sounds really, really cool. It'll like narc you out. Like if you're playing multiplayer, it'll be like, you know, Elf shot the food, you know, and this everybody knows whose fault it was. So yeah, you see these are much bigger piles of bones. So these ghosts take multiple shots to kill. And then we just want to go through here and grab all of these treasures. And then that's it. I mean, there's more keys, but you have to use a key to get the key, and so there's no point. You definitely want to always grab keys whenever you can, because as you'll see in a minute, I mean, there's definitely opportunities to use extra keys to grab, you know, stashes of treasure that, you know, if you don't have a key, you just can't grab them, even though you'll still be able to finish the level. And then there's not much to grab in this level. It's just if we go down here, there's a room or whatever that's full of treasure. And so, like, all these ghosts that are behind this wall, just leave them. But we have to destroy this bone pile. And then, all right, see, so we hit 50, so now our maximum just went up from 840 to 940. Yeah, this treasure down here is the only thing there is to grab here. And the next room after this is going to be our first treasure room. So, and then we're going to get our health refilled. So just charge through here. If you take some damage, it doesn't matter because we're about to get our health refilled in the treasure room. So for anybody that doesn't know, the first thing you want to do in these treasure rooms in the first world is come over here and get the key. And then basically now we're looking for the exit. So there's the exit. So now we have like 20 seconds that's counting down to grab as much treasure as we can. But if you don't make it to the exit before the time runs out, your health does not get refilled, and you will not get a password. Now, we don't care about the password, but we definitely care about having our health refilled right now because it's low. We may see there's some times later in the game where your health is close enough to full that I don't really care about hitting the exit if it means that I can go grab more treasure instead, because that you keep. So I'm just going through here and getting rid of all these enemy generators that are going to sort of keep dispensing enemies out here into the main hallway. And then, like, see here, we can just run into these guys. So that's just melee attack. It's not, you're not just burning health. And then right here, so I only have a spare key because I got it in the treasure room. That's why you want to grab it, because look at all this treasure up here. So otherwise you wouldn't be able to get it. And then also there's another health increase up here because now we just got another, we hit 100. So now our max health is 1060. So we can grab all these and then grab this drink up here to refill part of our health. And then you can kind of go through here and try to clear out some of these guys. It's not really going to help. I was just going to show you. Actually I missed some treasure up here too. So I got to do that too. But yeah, so there's 3 treasures up here, which is not a big deal. But then there's another secret exit. But again, that's going to take you somewhere. You don't want to be skipping ahead right now because, like, these levels are pretty easy and you want to collect up as much treasure as you can because, you know, you're trying to increase your maximum health. So these are stun tiles, these green tiles. So it stuns you for like a few seconds. It doesn't take any of your health off. But if there's enemies nearby, they're going to be able to sit there and just wail on you. And that's the fastest way to lose health, is to put yourself in a position where an enemy is just sitting there beating on you from the side or the back. This green box over here, this makes it so that the enemies are like, it's like a repeller. Like, I don't know if you want to say they're afraid of you or whatever. But so now you can just go in here and just melee their butts. And you can also melee the generator. And then there's another bomb potion. There's some gruel. And then now we just got to make our way down to the end. So like this stun tile right here, you just have no choice, but it doesn't matter because there were no enemies around. The other thing you can do if there are enemies around and you accidentally run into a stun tile, I've missed the treasure. If you pause and unpause the game, you're immediately unstunned. So if you hit a stun tile and someone's wailing on you, just hit the pause button real quick and you'll be okay. So we just get rid of, you don't have to get rid of all these guys, but you have to get rid of most of them anyway, so. And then we just hit those guys. And then there's kind of a strategy to doing this level. I'm just going to get rid of this guy so he's not going to be a problem later. So right below me right there, there's those two gray boxes. Those are invincibility. That thing that looks like a lunch pail right there is like it's a locked treasure box. So you can use those, unlock them, and maybe get something. But most of the treasure boxes in this game, it's not really worth burning a key for. And then I think it's better to kill these guys, and then we're going to go back down there and get the invincibility power-up thing, and you'll see why. And then go through here and get rid of these stun tiles and this key, because you don't want to waste any time once you get the invincibility deals, and I'll show you why here. All right, so we go down here, we get the invincibility deals, and then you're just kind of like book. Because we're going to go into this hallway right here that's just full of bad guys. And it'll still kind of make the noise sometime that you're getting beat up. Like you'll hear like a, oh, but it's not actually doing any damage because you're invincible. It's just that okay, now the invincibility is gone because Questor is no longer flashing. But we want to kill these two guys because there's a free key up here. And then right here, like this is the kind of mistake you can make. We're just going to run, right? Like a football player. Like don't try to shoot anybody. You're going to take a little bit of damage, whatever. Just like get the heck out of there. And then this level. So this level has like, there's a lot of food in this level. And so, the way you can do it is you can kind of go up here first. And you can clear out the enemies, and then after that, like, you can go grab all the food if you want. But, I mean, it kind of depends how badly you need it. But again, the next level that we go to is going to be a treasure room. So, like, unless you're, like, really hurting... Like, I'll go grab this one because it's kind of on the way. But I like to go up this way first and kind of clear out most of the enemies, and then we can go back down and collect all the treasure. There's not really any reason for doing it this way. It's just the way I like to do it. See, then we can go through here. We can kill all of these guys. And then you can even go up here. Just don't go into the exit yet. Yeah, all right. So then we got those, and then we can come down here and grab these two treasures. You can shoot that guy if you want. Because now we want to go back through, and like I said, you can go grab all... Like, I don't think you even need to really kill any of these guys. You can just leave them here. But you see there's a key right there, so you don't ever want to leave a key. Because there's definitely going to be times later in the game where you're going to think, man, I wish I had a key right now. But so we can grab that. I don't remember there being anything up here, but we can go look. Yeah, there's that treasure box, but I don't remember what's in it, and so I'm not going to grab it. And then, you can deal with those demons to get that food, but you don't really need it. There's that, and then we have to get through here. So, by shooting at an angle through the bricks there or whatever, you can get them and they can't get you. All right, so now we've pretty much got everything we need. You can come up here and get this treasure. This one's easy. But, like, there's that treasure there on the left. Like, it's just not really worth your time having to deal with all those grunts. Those are grunts, by the way. So I just leave them. And then now we're just going to go hit the exit. And then the next room is going to be another treasure room. And, like, when I was a kid, I'd play this game and I'm like, what's this map all about? Like, because I didn't understand that there was alternate exits, which you'll see soon enough. Sometimes, and I guess I'll explain it now. So you see, like, there's the brick. Those are just regular rooms. The rooms with the coins on them are obviously treasure rooms. And then the room with the question mark is a clue room. And if you want to beat the game, you have to get all the clues. Basically, there's a password to access the last level of the game and beat the boss. And if you don't get each clue is like one digit of that password. And if you don't get all the clues, you can't beat the game. And that password is like randomly generated. So I don't think you can just like look it up online. It's randomly generated the same way your password is. So I don't know if you can see at the top of the screen there, the exit's up there. So we don't have to worry about looking for the exit. So we're just going to go grab as much treasure as we can. The main sort of take home message with these treasure rooms is, unless you've made the conscious decision, I'm not going to refill my health because I don't need it. Because right now we only have like half health. Oh, and then I just missed it because I was talking. I'll be all right. You want to make sure you get to the exit. I mean, we see there's already some food. There's plenty of food in here, so. But like you see, that's a drink up there, so let's make sure we don't accidentally shoot that. Which I almost just did. And then right here, there's a couple of enemy generators. We're going to have to go through this hallway later. And so if we sit here and it's not that we're trying to kill the enemies because they're just going to respawn anyways. But if we can get rid of that, we got rid of that one. And then, we can get rid of these demons. It'll just make it easier when we have to go through this hallway later. Lure this demon over here. There we go. All right, now we can go. I think I accidentally shot that food. There's more food. There's this locked door right here to the left that has like 2 things of food in it. So I feel like an idiot for not getting to the exit over there in the last level. But like I said, I was just talking. All right, there we go. All right, so then we can go in here, get rid of that enemy generator, and then we can just like do that. Oh, there was only one in here? Well, whatever. And then right here, honestly, I mean, I just kind of charge through here. Like, it's going to take you forever if you want to try to kill all those ghosts, although I did just miss a treasure, so let me go back and get that. And then see, now this is the hallway where we cleared out the generators earlier. And of course, because we did miss out on refilling our health, I hate to use one of my bomb potions yet, but if it's that or game over, then obviously we're going to use one. Sorry, I know this is annoying, but okay. And then if we go in here, there's death. Kill death. We get a health potion. We get our key back, and we get our bomb potion back. So if you don't need any health, I guess it's not worth going in there. But if you need health, it's definitely worth going in. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I can take out that generator from here. There we go. See, it's just annoying because it's a more powerful generator. So like each one of these ghosts at the moment takes 3 hits to kill. Pretty soon we're going to get a shot upgrade that will make that a lot easier. There we go. Food and gone. We just got to be a little bit more careful with our health because we are a little bit not in a good way here. And then you see there's a like, I'm not even going to go in there and try to get that treasure there. You see there's a bomb potion there. And so if we... if I have to step on... This is a magic tile that makes some of the bricks disappear. And that's also going to expose that magic potion. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of those guys. And then we'll grab that. And then you see we've got Death up here. But Death is pretty stupid. So, and he's not that fast. And so, like, don't be so fast. Because the only way you can kill Death is with a bomb potion. But if you're Questor, you can run faster than Death can. So don't be so quick to... Oh, man. All right. So I'm going to play a little bit conservatively here because we just don't have a lot of health right now. If I can find some health, I might go back and do that. Or get those guys. I hate leaving all that treasure, but, you know, compared to how much treasure we're going to find in the treasure room, it's not really that big of a deal. So you can only have one projectile on the screen at a time. So, like, if you shoot an arrow that doesn't hit anybody, you know, it has to go all the way across the screen before you can shoot again. And sometimes that can get you into some trouble. And then I'm just going to hit... so here I'm going to use one. That got rid of all the deaths and those stupid demons. We can come down here and grab a potion. You just want to be careful around this white thing. That's just a locked door that doesn't do anything. So all that's going to happen is that, like, you're going to lose one of your keys. Oh, I think... Oh, yeah, here we go. We got another max health increase. I guess I didn't point out... Come on. So there was an exit down there in the lower right. That's the wrong exit. So you see I had to shoot out this brick over here to get into this area. This is the correct exit. So if you take the other one... I don't remember if you're not going to be able to get the clue or if the... I think this level... Let me double check here. Yeah, this level has like a really important... upgrade for your guy here. So since we're low on health, I'm just going to go around this way real fast and grab that. And yeah, so... And then if we can lure this guy over here, yeah. So you don't want these guys in here. You see there's that... It looks like a bomb potion, but it has a circle in the middle. That's a shot upgrade. And those demons can shoot those shot upgrades and kill them. Or destroy them, I guess. And so you want to get rid of those demons as quickly as possible. And then here, it's just annoying. You have to work your way through this hallway. And then there's going to be like another one. But you see, these are all really weak enemies. They all take one shot, so that helps. But there's just like a ton of them. And so you just kind of want to line yourself up with wherever the enemy generator is. And you just got to kind of work your way down slowly. Okay, then we come over here. We're going to use another potion to get rid of all three or all four of those acid pools. And then here's another health increase. And then two more of these bomb potions. But then more importantly, listen. Yeah. So now we just got a power... Like our shots now do more damage. Which doesn't help with these guys because they already only took one shot. But later we're going to have to deal with guys that take multiple shots. And now they're not going to take as many. And then I'm going to take care of these guys real quick. And then this locked box you have to unlock. Because it's got a magic tile. And if you don't do that, you can't get out of the level, basically. And then we're going to go to the right in a minute, but I'm going to clear out this hallway first. Because you don't... you know, these guys are going to keep multiplying or keep coming out of the enemy generators until you get rid of the enemy generators. So, it's annoying, but you know, the only thing you can do is burn your bomb potions, but it just seems like a waste because to me, burning a bomb potion is for times when there's something you're not going to be able to get past without it doing a bunch of massive damage. The only reason to use a bomb potion here is just because you're impatient. And like I said, you see, because they all take one shot each, they don't really take that long to kill. And I think that, yeah, that's all the enemy generators. Alright, and we can grab these 3 treasures, but then we're going to go back this way. Because, see, over in here, there's 1 death, but we're going to use a bomb potion to get rid of them. Because now we go in here, we got a bunch of treasure, we have 2 health increases, or 2 drinks, some keys, and then 3 of these bomb potions. So, like, that's awesome. Alright, so now we're ready to leave. So you see right here, now it's all open where it wasn't before. So that's the magic tile that we got out of the lockbox earlier. So now you have to shoot this tile to expose a new magic tile, and then watch on the lower left side of the screen. Now that exposes this one, and then there's the exit. And then now we're in another treasure room, so, you know, now, you know, we ended up not having to really pay a price for not getting our health increased last time. But, you know, let's not get greedy this time. Let's just grab some treasure and then, like, you know, get the hell out of here. Because if we don't increase our, or if we don't get our health back this time, we're going to be in deep doo-doo. Alright. So I could have grabbed a few more, but don't bother. And then, you see right above my score, now there's that little red dot with the white outline. That's just to signify that we got the shot upgrade. Because that's like, that's permanent. There's permanent upgrades for all of your stats. So you can get a magic upgrade so that your bomb potions do more damage. There's a melee attack upgrade. There's a speed upgrade that makes Questor go even faster. And then there's an armor upgrade. Okay. And then here, you can use a key to go through that way, or you can go through that secret entrance that I just unlocked by shooting the wall. Like I said, always save your keys. And then here, you don't have to worry about shooting this food by accident, because again, you cannot destroy bowls of gruel. And then you can basically just stand up here, you know, because this kind of creates a choke point for the grunts, so that you can just shoot them one at a time, and then also shoot their generator. And we go in here and we hit all 3 of these magic tiles, and then we're just going to go back out the way we came. And then now that magic tile where that key is open, and then we can go down here and grab these 3 treasures and this gruel. Again, that is the wrong exit, the one closest to us, so you don't want to hit that. Just get past those acid pools. And then did I leave? Yeah. I left a treasure up here. Where am I going? Oh yeah, this way. Okay, so one of the things that those magic tiles did was they opened this little section right here. So that we can get in here, and then also, you know, we can go out the other exit. So, and I guess I guess it's possible you could come here and not have a key, and then that would suck, because if you don't go out this exit, you can't get to the clue room, and then you're not going to be able to beat the game. So this level has another one of the upgrades that we want to get, but it's hidden. So we grab, there's another potion. And then if you shoot this tile right here, So you have like that red thing, that's an armor upgrade. So now we're going to have, better defensive stat. And then this is kind of annoying. You have to go in here and hit that magic tile. And then we have to go up to the top. And there's going to be a magic tile up there that we have to go hit. And then we have to come back down here to the other magic tile that was over there near the one we just hit. So we're going to go kill all these guys. Well, I guess I don't know why. I forgot if there was any reason to kill these guys. But why not? They're bad. And then you can try to angle in there to kill that, but then they're going to shoot at you, so... And then you can just try like destroying that, and sometimes the acid pool will just sort of wander out on its own, because then while you're waiting to see if that happens, you can come down here and kill these guys. But you see, like, now we're kind of trapped up here. There's all these grunts over here, but that wall is not open. Come on, acid pool. Oh, all right, there we go. All right, he got us for a little bit of damage, but that's okay. All right, so now we have to backtrack and go all the way over here. So now, see, this wall is open. Damn it. So we have to shoot this and then hit that one. And then I don't remember what's in that locked box right there, but I never grab it. But we can go ahead and get rid of these guys right now, because we're going to have to come through here later. So we're going to have to deal with them sometime. Okay, so now we have to just backtrack the way we were, or to where we were up here, and then now we can leave. Oh, but again, you see there's that exit right there. That's the wrong exit. And that's what I was kind of saying earlier, is like, you know, if you were playing this game back in the day with a pencil and paper, you could be writing all this down where the exits go, and then you'd realize that that was the wrong one. And, you know, as long as you were writing down your passwords from the treasure rooms, it's not like you have to start the whole game over again. So now we just need this acid pool to, like, there we go. All right. All right. So now you see we're going into the treasure room. Not the treasure room, the clue room, sorry. So here we have to unlock, so that's magic upgrade. So we want that. And then you have to unlock that because we need to hit this panel. And then you can see, like, in the middle of the screen there, where normally it would say what level number we were on. Now it's a countdown timer because you only have 90 seconds to beat this level. But there's a lot of treasure in here. So, like, see, I'm going the wrong way right now as far as if I was trying to just beat the level. But as long as you don't screw around, you can go that way and get all the treasure. And then now we just go back. This is right where we started. And so now we go this way. Because that question mark tile right there, that's the clue. So we have to grab that. But you can see that it's behind a tile, so we can't grab it. Again, I mean, you can waste your potions if you want to, killing those acid pools, but it's really not worth it. So we grab all that, shoot that, hit that magic tile, and now we'll be able to get the clue. So this second way I went is the only way you actually have to go. But, you know, I like to grab all the treasure. And then you have to go between these two lock boxes to get in the exit. But I can never get through them without unlocking one of the boxes and wasting a key. And then this guy, your orb, which you are so foolishly looking for, is hidden safely. This guy basically talks a bunch of smack to you about, you know, how you're an idiot for even trying to do this. But then he's like also being helpful and giving you the clues, so I don't really know. But it only shows you this clue once. So when we get to the next clue room, that 2 is not going to be there. So you have to write that down. All right, so now we're done. And so now we're going to another treasure room. And that, for us, is going to be the last level of this world. Maybe you saw, or if you didn't, you'll see it in a minute, that there were a couple of rooms that we didn't get to go into. But the only way to go into those rooms is to not get into the clue room. So if you go into those rooms, like, hey, you got to go check out some new rooms, and congratulations, you're not going to beat the game. So, yeah. And then if you don't want to sit here and watch your health increase, you can just hit start, and it just... So, yeah, see, there's those 2 rooms in the upper right that we didn't get to see. So, but that's the end of World 1. So you see on the top of the screen there's those tiles. So we were just in like the castle world or whatever. And so now we're going to the second world. So that tile will flip over. And I think it's like the forest world or something. I don't really remember what it's called, but... And, you know, we have to trigger that thing, but then you also want to come in here to get the key. And then you can see right there, right here, that's another shot upgrade. So if you didn't get the shot upgrade the first time, then you can grab that one. But if you already got the shot upgrade, you don't get to like upgrade twice. And then these are teleporter tiles. So you'll see I walk into this one and then I end up there. So I come up here and grab all this treasure and then I can go back through it. And, oh. And it's better if you take out all these guys before you hit these things, and then just because it unlocks that demon generator. And then we go hit all of these guys here. Remember, you cannot melee attack the ghosts, so you shouldn't try. And then right here's another, like, you can use a key to go through here, but there's a secret door right there, so you can save your key. I should mention, though, because if you look, we've got 9 keys and 9 potions. The maximum you can have is 10 keys and 10 potions. So again, here's Death. He's really stupid. So you just lure him around. Got another max increase. Yeah. But you see, I'm not wasting a potion killing Death because now I got him trapped on the other side of the wall because he's dumb. And then here, there's like multiple deaths, but you can definitely get away in this game with only killing one of them. Actually, I think you could probably get away with not killing either of them if you use these teleporter things correctly. But so basically, like right now, I have to hit this, and that's going to release Death. And so you can just like have him kind of come down here, and yeah, he hits me a little bit, but whatever, you know. Oh, I think I have to go hit another. Just get rid of him. So I'm having like a little bit of a brain fart of how to finish this level, but oh yeah, I've got to go up here and get these things. All right. Oh yeah. Nope, that's still not it. This level also has 2 exits, so you want to make sure that you use the right one. What am I doing wrong here? It's not letting me go out. I don't know how you dictate when there's like multiple. Here, you know what? There you go. I have plenty of these. So, oh, because I had to hit that. That's what I did wrong. Well, so we're just going to leave. There's some stuff I could have grabbed on the other side, but the correct exit for this level is this one. There was another exit down on the lower right, but I did things incorrectly. It really doesn't make a difference. And then this one. All right, so we have 9 keys, so you can grab one more. Ideally, we do not want to unlock this top half because Death is in there. There's another upgrade, important upgrade in here. Your melee attack upgrade is in here. I don't know if it's really possible to not get it. Yeah. All right, so we got to unlock that, and then if you go in this teleporter and you come out the other side, then we hit this one. Then you go up here and hit that one, and then we can kill these guys while we're here, or at least kill their generator. And so now if I come down here, that green bottle with the knife on it is a melee attack upgrade. And then we have 3 bowls of gruel here, But my maximum health is 1300, so we can go ahead and grab all 3 of them right now. And then at some point we have to unlock this, so we might as well just do it now. Because we left 2 keys up at the beginning of the level, so we can go grab those. These teleporters can be kind of a pain. Yeah, there you go. Because I don't know if it's random or how it decides where you're going to come out. You see there's this bomb potion right here, but the only way to get in there is to unlock this, and then you're going to let death out. So, I mean, I think you're basically just getting the potion back. So you can just leave that. We picked up that extra key, but I think any other keys we pick up, it's going to cost us keys to get them. So we're just going to go grab 1 key here. So now we have a maximum of 10 keys, and I mean, now we can just leave. I mean, if you want to go grab those 2 treasures, you can, but it's costing you keys to do it, which is not, in my opinion, a good trade. All right, so now we're in the treasure room, but now we're in the second world, so the treasure room is different. So you see the exit is right there. So it's a lot easier now to get lost and think, oh, I'm going to go grab a bunch of more treasure, and then, like, you know, the timer's counting down, and then you end up not being able to get to the exit in time. But, I mean, right here, there's so many treasures right here anyway, that if you just grab all of these, and then we're just going to leave instead of being greedy. Although I would say, you know, we had less than 200 health, less than the maximum. So that would be an example of, like, maybe you're better off just going and getting as much treasure as you can and not worrying about getting your health restored. Oops. And then this is another level that has more than 1 exit, if I remember correctly. So you got to be careful. And then here, I don't think we have to really use a key because we can go through there. Yeah, because then if you really want to go in here, you can just push your way in. But, like, I don't know what's in that treasure box, but I don't think we really need it. So, you know, we're just going to use the teleporters here. So we're going to hit all 4 of these tiles, melee all of these guys because there's 2 ghouls up here anyway. And then it's kind of up to you. Oh, okay. So you see that box right... Oh, god damn it. That box right there under the pile of bones that has the arrow on it, that's like a shot reflect. So your shots will bounce off the walls. I think that sucks badly because you can only have 1 projectile on the screen at a time. So if that thing is sitting there bouncing back and forth, then you can't shoot again. So to me, like, that thing is just bad news. All right, so that's the wrong exit. We're going to get rid of that death. Grab that. Key, and then we have to go up here, unfortunately, and deal with... There you go. Well, I probably didn't have to do that, but okay. And then that's the correct exit. And so now you see we're already going into the clue room for the second world. And this is a crazy room. There's a bunch of deaths in here, but we're going to kill all these guys right now, and I'll show you why. So you have to do this. So there's this crazy room right here with like a buttload of bomb potions. So we only have 3, so we can pick up 7. So there's 5, and then 2 more. Don't touch the other ones because unlike keys, like the game won't let you pick up keys if you're maxed out already, but this game has no problem letting you pick up bomb potions even though you can't carry anymore, so you just end up losing them. But we left 2 back there, so we can go ahead and kill that death and then grab... You don't want to screw around too much because you don't have as much time in this level as we did the last time. So we're just going to grab that bomb potion to restore it, and then you got to go up here and go into this teleporter. Oh, you didn't see it because it went away too fast, but that lockbox in there had the clue in it. So that's it. So we got our clue, but so see you now that 2 that's at the beginning is gone, and it just shows you the D. So if you forgot to write down the 2 the first time, you'd be screwed right now. And then he's just talking his trash again, but whatever. So I mean, now at this point, I hate this level. The only upgrade that we're missing is the speed upgrade. So I mean, we can just kind of chill out and just kind of go through these next levels, because now you don't have to be quite so worried about, you know, oh, did I go the right way or the wrong way? Like we already got the clue for this world, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, I forgot I picked up that repellent thing. And I always forget. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so the exit's right down there. So like you can go around and try to pick up treasure and whatnot. But yeah. So you see there's like a bunch of exits in this level, but they all go to the same place, so it doesn't matter. And then that block is in the way, so we're not going to be able to pick up those treasures. But if we want, we can go pick up the ones that are down at the end of this hall. We just got to find our way back to where I got rid of that block. You can pick up that black box. I think gives you like double the defense, double the defense. But the price you pay for that is that see how like your health. I mean, it's kind of something that this game's famous for. I think like your health is just counting down. It'll start counting down twice as fast. Oh man, I might have just screwed myself. Forgot if there's another way. Oh, yeah, now I can. All right, because it's falling. Okay. For sure, you can just use we'll just do it. And then if you need to, if you get through these real carefully, you can grab these gruels and then leave. Like I said, all those exits go to the same place. So I shot the food. That's okay. Yeah. See if I go the other way. I don't want to mess around with those acid pools. Hopefully I'll figure it out. So you see like right here, there's this death that you have to either kill, or there's a way to kind of get to the exit through like a back route, and then you don't have to deal with him. So I'll see if I can, there's 2 of them. That's even worse, but I think it's through there. And then we don't want to hit that, so. Yeah, so you can open, like, right there. We can get the wall open. I just got to remember how to do it. Or we just use a bomb potion and get rid of those deaths. It's not a big deal. Like, we'll get to the exit one way or another. Oh yeah, so I have to waste one of these things. And then, where is it? There it is. And if we hit that, it kind of doesn't matter because I just wasted a bomb potion killing those acid pools. But see, now that's open, so now we can go out that way. And then in treasure room time, there's the exit right there. Just the main thing, it's like, you remember in the first world, it'd say, oh, you always want to go over to this one spot and grab the key. Here, it's just like, you always want to go into this little spot right here because there's just a ton of treasure here. See, I'm getting greedy, so hopefully this doesn't bite me in the butt. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Oh, yeah, so this is another room that has multiple exits. But I think with this room, if I remember correctly, it's just if you want to get the speed upgrade, you have to go the right way. So like that's the wrong exit. So is that. But like, you can cruise around here and, grab treasure if you want. But all you really have to do is go up here and go through the exit and you're done. I feel like this place has a correct exit too, and I forgot which one it is. We'll figure it out, I guess. But like I said, really, I think here it's just like we want to go through the correct exit so that we can go get the speed upgrade, which if you don't get is not the end of the world, because I know there's more than one. I think this was the right exit, wasn't it? Oh, did I miss the speed upgrade somewhere? I feel like I'm past it now. And this is another, like this level has like 9 million exits. So it's kind of annoying. And some of them are not even real exits. And this is annoying. I think it's not letting me... There we go. Was it that one? It's not in there, that's for sure. Oh no, I think it was this one. Nope. See, that's a fake exit, see? So it ain't that one. See, these things are irritating. Oh my goodness. Feel free to get up and go get a drink or something while I'm... Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not it either. So the thing with this, if you take the wrong exit here, it will send you back to the level where we just were. So we just got to figure out if I go this way. Might be this one. Nope. Not that one. So like I said, some of them are fake exits, so then that's easy, but then some of them are like real exits that just take you to the wrong place. That one's fake too. Sorry, I know this is not exciting to watch, but... Oh, was that it? Oh yeah, alright. Sorry for the boringness. I gotta remember how to... This one was kind of a pain too. So like, that's, you know, again, so that's the wrong exit. There's a magic tile somewhere that we have to hit. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, there it is. So that's the exit we want up there. Oh yeah, so we go there. Yeah, see, so now we're on this. This is like a different circuit. So now we just go straight up here and we'll get to the exit at the top. Bang. Another treasure room. There's the exit already. Well, that one's kind of a pain to get to, so let's just grab all these and then... That's not the right way. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hope someone's writing down these passwords. See, that's another example. Like, we could have just not found the exit there because our health was pretty full, but... Okay. Oh, this is where the speed upgrade is. Okay. And I don't remember if there's a reason not to use a key here, so I'm just going to use it. Stay away from those acid pools. Just melee all of these mofos here. And I forgot what these are called. I mean, I don't think they were called wizards, warlocks maybe or something. I don't know, but they're annoying because they keep disappearing and coming back. So then, this is kind of a pain. We have to go up here. But there's a bunch of food in here, so I feel like you can just kind of charge through all these guys. Yeah, that wasn't so horrible. Although, yeah, now we're getting kind of injured. Okay, so now we go up here. We got another potion-y thing, whatever there. And then up here, so if I unlock that, see, that was our speed upgrade. So now we can just get out of here. And yeah, I played way too fast and loose there and lost a lot of health. So hopefully that's not going to bite us in the butt. And I had seen there was like a map for this level that will show you like which of all these boxes are worth unlocking and which aren't. I'll take that because we need the health. Like, there's enough keys in here that some of this stuff is worth trading for, you know? And then, I don't know, I forgot which exit is the one we want to go through, but I don't know if it matters. We got these stupid acid pools in our way. Doesn't that just seem too easy to go that way? I think it's this way, though. I just feel like we could use the health, so, so if I can go around here and grab some, I'm going to. And there was one in there. See, and there's 2 keys in there, too, so... Doesn't help if you get wailed on. Death. So that was not good. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should just get out of here. I think if I remember correctly, there's a poison inside that box, so it doesn't do us any good to grab it. But definitely want to grab that. I forgot what the blinking shot thing is, but I think it's a super shot. You get like 10 super shots, but I don't even want to mess with that. So, where do we go from here? I don't remember. Do I have to... Is there like a secret thing I had to hit somewhere? Because we're trapped, right? Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, yeah, I have to use a... There we go. You know, we're kind of not in good shape here, so we kind of just want to book it. Not without taking a key, though. And we have to hit that to open that. Yeah. And now we're out. Okay, and then, so now we got a treasure room, and then that's the end of World 2, which is probably a good place to wrap this video up. But yeah, so I don't know, I guess, so I'm saying, you know, to me, like, I would way rather play this game than, the arcade games, just because, you know, it's like, it just feels, I don't know, more like you're doing something, I guess, so, and that, you know, that, no shade against the arcade games, like, they're cool in their own way, but, like, this one just feels more like, you know, you're kind of going on a quest, you know? So, all right, you see there, we're at the end of the second world. I've got my quest door is, you know, fully upgraded except for the health. We've got, what, 76 more treasures we got to pick up, and then you'd be at the next health. I mean, there's one at 1600 too, but you might not even reach that before the end of the game. So, yeah, so I think we're going to just sort of call it a day there. Yeah, stop. Okay, so yeah, that'll do it for this episode of Weekend Rental. I forgot to say it was YouTube's hottest new show. I'm sorry. I was so excited to talk about other stuff at the beginning that I just forgot. I'm ashamed. Yeah, okay, but like I said, we're going to try to do weekly. You know, I don't promise, but I'm trying to do weekly uploads for the rest of the year. This was the first Halloween-y game that we're playing, and you know, it'll be a next one, another one for the next, what, 4 or 5 weeks, I guess. 4 weeks? 3 weeks, 4 weeks. How many weekends are there in October? I don't remember. But hey, Friday, Halloween's on a Friday, so I'll release that episode on Friday morning so that it's out on Halloween. That's going to be a really cool game. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. So that'll do it for this episode of Weekend Rental. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.